The person who destroyed you did not come in looking dangerous. They came in looking like exactly what you needed. Warm. Caring. Safe. And that is precisely why you never saw it coming. Think about the most difficult person you have ever encountered in your life. The one who left the deepest mark. I want you to picture how they introduced themselves to you. Because I guarantee, they did not arrive with a warning. They arrived with warmth. With attention. With a generosity that felt almost too good. They remembered the small things. They showed up when nobody else did. They made you feel chosen. Seen. Safe. And you trusted them completely. Because why would you not? Everything they showed you said, I am one of the good ones. But here is what psychology has actually confirmed about this. Dangerous people, the ones who cause the most damage, are almost never the ones who look threatening. Research shows that the most manipulative personalities score extremely high in what psychologists call prosocial behavior. In simple terms, they are masterful at appearing kind. Helpful. Generous. Because they understood something a long time ago that most people never figure out. Trust is the only door that bypasses every defense a human being has. And kindness is the fastest key to that door. And here is the part that haunts people the most after they finally see the truth. The kindness was not entirely fake. That is what makes it so confusing. They were capable of genuine warmth. Genuine moments of real connection. But those moments were tools. Selected and deployed strategically. The generosity had conditions attached that you could not read. The attention had an agenda you were never meant to discover. And by the time you did, you had already given them access to the most vulnerable parts of who you are. What makes these people so effective is something called the halo effect. When someone does something kind for us, our brain automatically assigns them positive qualities across the board. We assume that because they are generous, they must also be honest. Because they are warm, they must also be safe. Because they remembered our birthday, they must have our best interests at heart. We package all of that kindness into one conclusion: this is a good person. And that conclusion switches off the very instincts that were designed to protect us. You probably blamed yourself when it fell apart. You asked how you could have missed it. How you could have been so wrong about someone. But you were not wrong because you were naive. You were wrong because you were human. Because your brain was working exactly the way it was designed to work, extending trust to someone who had studied how to earn it. The failure was not in your judgment. The failure was in their character. And those are two completely different things that too many people spend too many years confusing. So how do you protect yourself without closing yourself off completely? Because that is the impossible question these experiences leave you with. If kindness can be weaponized, how do you ever trust again? The answer is not to stop trusting people who are kind. The answer is to watch what their kindness costs them. Genuine kind people give without calculating the return. They are generous even when it is inconvenient. Even when nobody is watching. Even when there is nothing to gain. But dangerous kindness always has a direction. It flows toward what it needs from you. And if you pay attention, not to what they give, but to what they give it for, you will start to see the pattern they were hoping you would never notice. The most dangerous person always looks like the nicest because danger that announces itself never gets close enough to cause real damage. But here is what they could never take from you, even after everything. The fact that you loved openly. That you trusted fully. That you saw the best in someone and gave them access to your real self. That is not weakness. That is one of the rarest and most courageous things a human being can do. They exploited it. But it was never the wrong thing to be. You survived the nicest dangerous person you ever met. And what you carry now is not damage. It is knowledge that most people only wish they had. The world did not make you cold. It made you wise. And there is a devastating difference between the two.